What's up? Yo, just wanted to make a quick video about performance psychologists, like performance coaches in business. So I've had a coach for the last 12 months now that I've been seeing. His name is Dr. Todd Snyder. Yeah, I just wanted to answer a couple questions about coaches because there's a lot of misconceptions and a lot of stuff out there. I'm a big fan of coaches. And there's definitely ways you can go wrong with coaches, definitely ways you can really go right. When you have it right, it's really helpful. So yeah, I thought I'd make a video about it just in case any of you guys wanted to get a coach one day. So first off, who has coaches, right? Like Michael Jordan had a coach and when he was the greatest of all time. So the smartest people have coaches that they talk to, hands down. The highest performing people all have coaches, Olympic coaches. There's coaches on, Bill Belichick for the Patriots, right? So like Tom Brady has a coach, right? If you look at the best guys, they all have coaches. So that's one reason why you want to get a coach, right? So I have tried to get a few coaches in the past. I first got this Tony Robbins guy who I really didn't like it. It ended up like every week we'd jump on a phone call and it was like, did you go to the gym today? And I was like, no, I didn't go to the gym today. So it ended up being like really silly and I got out of it. But I found this guy named Todd, Dr. Todd Snyder, and we've been working together for about a year. And I really like working with a guy. No one's paying me to say this stuff. I just have been using it for a year, and he's just who I use. So when you are working with a performance psychologist, first off, what's the problem you're trying to solve with a performance psychologist? Like, why would you want to get somebody? Well, first off, you don't really have a lot of people to talk to in your business, right? If you have people that work maybe under you, and you can't like dive into deep details, and if you have friends in industries, like it's this back and forth kind of thing. So when you work with a coach, this is a really one-on-one. It's all about you. It's all about what you're doing, what you've been up to, what's going on, where you're headed, what your goals are, why you're on this mission. And it's very like about you focused. It's like just you. And it's a really cool time because a lot of times we don't actually have someone to talk to like this that we can bounce ideas off of, who's on the outside of your life, who has a different perspective, who knows a lot about productivity, knows a lot about psychology, knows a lot about business, and can just kind of vent to you about what's going on. Like, so he's not going to like tell me, my next big super game plan, right? But he's really going to help me like work on my future goals and make sure I'm crystal clear about the next maybe 3 months or something. So what do we talk about? So first off, it's like a venting session, right? For the first 8 months when I was in affiliate marketing, I would use him like once a week. Once a week we would get on a call because it was such a fast industry. It's something new is always once a week. It's about an hour-long call each time. Now that I'm in like the brand space now, so it's more like once every other week we would get on a calls, but still doing it, not about to jump out of it. I'm really enjoying what's going on here. So what do we talk about, right? So reflecting on what we've been up to is one of the things. So when you're working with a psychologist, a lot of the time is spent on like, what was your time over the last week, the last kind of month? Let's look at the since we've talked last, like what's going on. He can see patterns because he's a psychologist, so he can see patterns in you that you maybe can't see in yourself. He can call stuff out that really helps. Also talks about getting clarity, right? When you run through what you've been doing and where you're going, oftentimes you help create this like clear roadmap. Like January was about this, March is about, or February is about this, March is about this. It's July now. What's July all about? What's August all about? What's September all about? What are all these main milestone goals you want to hit in your business as you go through this? And what are all like the to-do steps we got to do to get there? So planning out ahead is like where I get the most value out of this. And I know I can plan out ahead on myself, but this is like a forced call with somebody who's going to work with me to plan ahead and I can keep track of things. So super cool. Over the next 12 months, like big picture stuff, how do you want to be, how you get there? I mean, the guy's seen me like go through failure after failure, have big wins and have big failures. So he's seen me like go through my own roller coaster. We talk about systems, right? Like how is the system in my business? What type of automation's going on here? Like, are you doing redundant things? We talk about a lot about productivity, right? It's about getting stuff done really quickly. So yeah, I use a guy called Dr. Todd Snyder. You can probably find anyone if you just Google performance psychologist. You can find some people about there. It's not expensive at all. It's very fairly priced, especially for what you got going on. Like, you would be really surprised about what the price is. I don't want to go into price right now, but it's totally fair, and it's totally like, you know, just a totally fair price. There's no reason kind of not to have one. Yeah, so there's my little pitch on, you know, just having a performance psychologist. So there's ways you can do it right with them, especially in business, especially if you want to grow and be better and you want to have goals, and you can just talk people through with the goals and where you're going on, what's going on with you. Just super valuable. So there we go. That's it. Try it out if you haven't tried it already. If it didn't work for you in the past, give it another shot with another guy. Maybe test like 5 different psychologists if you can, or like 3 of them, just to see if you find someone that kind of vibes with you. That's it. Peace.